Carolyn Moor. This is Modern Widows Club, and this is Motivation Monday for December 20th. Okay, so I just want to say good morning to all of our thrivers here at MWC. Since MWC has so many followers all over the world, and for some of us, it's the week before Christmas in Kwanzaa, but for some of us, Hanukkah has come and gone. And for others, the winter solstice, and we just got off of a full moon in Gemini, is happening. So, whatever it is is going on around you at the moment, I have a sweet message for you this morning about keeping your child's heart near and dear during these moments in time. Okay, so this weekend, I did something that I haven't done in a long time. I went to a comic book store. I haven't been to a comic book store since I went with my late husband, Chad, 21 years ago. He was just a huge fan of all things comic book because he was an artist and an illustrator whose dream was really to become a comic book icon someday. He was already an artist and an architect, but but I believe he was talented enough to do it. But that dream turned into a hobby that grew into a 5,000 comic book collection. Now, when he died, I was in charge, as many of us are, in deciding what to do with that collection and having just so little knowledge of its value. It took me about 4 years to actually research, to kind of face the enormity of it, and to eventually sell that collection. I did, of course, keep some of the important um, comics like the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and some of the ones that I never want to let go of. And will pass down to my daughters. But I know many of you, can relate to what I just talked about, because all the things that we buy in life, when death happens, we are left behind to determine their destiny. Well, this weekend, this visit to a comic book store was really a threshold that I found that was time for me to face, walking back into something that used to be an interest of mainly him, but I was the recipient of the joy that it brought him. So I went with my two young nephews, and they were aged 7 and 9. And it was a very highly anticipated moment since they are big fans of Spider-Man and many other superheroes, as many of, if you have any kids in your life, know. I mean, who doesn't really love superheroes, right? I talk about widows being superheroes all the time. And of course, I have, I like Black Widow and a lot of those characters. But, the movie Spider-Man No Way Home just released this weekend and was like a box office hit since the pandemic. Well, it turns out that going to this comic book store with my little nephews, it turned out to be, well, Spider-Man kind of opened a door for me to actually find a way home through the eyes of these two little boys who reminded me what it is like to find pure joy and to remember what candy store eyes look like. If we can all look at these most challenging holidays or moments in our life with our loved ones through eyes like that, we could all walk through it with more peace and joy. These eyes are what I call the eyes of your child's heart. Because you see, in widowhood, we have all faced the hardest thing in life, losing someone who once made our eyes light up and are now gone. Our eyes have dimmed, they have lost some of the innocence in life with the reality of what can happen when we fully allow ourselves to love someone. Yet the innocence is still accessible to all of us if we try. And that's my message to you today. For me, my fear of walking back into that comic book store seemed like it would be hard and emotional. And there were emotions that did arise that I was ready to work through. But it was my willingness to find and feel my own sweet innocence of my own child's heart again that led me to follow these two little boys to guide me back home to feel the joy of once was. Finding your child's heart can be that easy. It's actually never left us. It hides away in the blockades of our creation. It protects us and it allows us to grieve and to grow. Knowing this will give you permission to keep going, to keep growing, and to finding a way to intertwine the past with the present and the future. Even though we know that it's very scary and doing these hard things in life, I just hope you realize that you can find hope this season if we practice a little bit of whatever keeps your child's heart alive. So do something silly. Do something just because you want to. Do something because it feels good. Do something because you're brave and you have nothing to lose otherwise. Do something that allows your child's heart to come out and play. I promise you will feel it again and know the child within was always there, guiding you onward and upward. I believe that you can feel it again, just like I did this weekend. So, down below in the comments, share any stories of feeling like a kid again or having seen things through the innocence of your own child's heart. How did it make you feel? What new perspectives did you have? Because this is a miracle that we all can experience. I look forward to reading your comments and your shares because that's how we all really learn through this stage of widowhood. So thank you for being on this Motivation Monday. I hope that motivates you to find new eyes this holiday season and through these year-end events. Okay, so here we go. We have a word of the day, and it is for for Freude. It is, oh, let me put it over here, for Freude. It is a German word, okay? It is a German word. It's called the enjoyment derived from anticipating future rewards, looking forward in keen expectation. I thought that was a perfect word for our topic today. So I hope you enjoyed that. Now, here's a little housekeeping. Listen, you have until the end of the year to sign up to mentor with me for 6 months. And I hope you give yourself this gift. We are already in the process of doing a lot of the pre-assessments, and we had our introduction meeting last Monday. So the ladies are starting to meet one another. But I want to invite you to come and be a part of my pivot program, because just like we have this pivot and seeing the world through our child's heart, that's a pivot. And I'm going to be spending 6 months helping you pivot and see a future that you may not even see today. And so it starts in January, and I want you to go over and just click and look at the program and see if this is something for you, because I'm happy to get on a call with you and see if this program is right for you. But once we start in January, we go through June, and the women who took this course in 2018, I just have to say it was life-changing for them. All of them found great purpose and meaning in this stage of widowhood, and I hope that for you as well, because I know that everyone has a great purpose and meaning in this stage of life, and I would love to be the person that's there, that you trust and that you come alongside. And it's me as your mentor. It is 6 guest experts like Christina Rasmussen and Dr. Maxino and Christine Carlson. We have some extraordinary experts that are going to walk this journey with you, and a community that's really supportive and small. So if that sounds like something for you, please, let's sign up for this. Invest in yourself, your future self. Okay. Now, we've had a lot of holiday and seasonal local meetings. We have virtual, but I want you guys to sign up for some of our clubs. We have a travel club, a book club, an art club, a dating club, and we have local and online virtual communities. So there should be no one here at MWC that isn't connected to something. And if you want to know when all of those things come out, just sign up for our Inside Look newsletter. Okay, just make it easy on yourself. It just comes to you every Thursday. It's got little clickable buttons there, and it's like snap, snap, because I know widows are the busiest women on earth. And so we want to make it easy for you. I hope you guys have a great week. I will see you next Monday, and much love to all of you.